power football with the run. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. After run, now throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. To throw, it's Duggan. Coming after it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and how about make no mistake about it. Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. 4th down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed on the outside, it's Darisaw. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The sweet feet buy a little time. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Looking for a man. It's Duggan. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the catch. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! He'll try to tack on one more. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That makes the score. South Carolina, 31. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll run it on the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's caught. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. With the clock running, this should be the final play. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're